Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing a long and awaited video for you guys. If you guys have been following me for a while, you should know a little tiny pieces here and there of today's story that I'm about to talk about. And today's story is a life-changing story that happened to me 1 year ago on this day. And this is my domestic violence story. This is something that I have not spoke about in a long time. This is something I have been avoiding to speak about in a long time, like truly in depth on what happened, why it happened, how it happened, what was the final results of everything, how did I move on. You know, I've never really got into detail with everything before, and I think you guys deserve it, because along the way many of you would inbox me on Instagram or whenever I go on live on my YouTube channel. Many of you would support me, help me move over when there were times where I would come on live crying, you know, asking you guys for help and advice and stuff like that. Many of you guys supported me a lot, and I truly appreciate that. This is gonna be it's kind of hard for me to talk about it because I've moved on from it. Of course, I would never move on from the trauma that I have from it, but I've moved on. I became at peace with everything since I decided to leave that day. I also asked you guys to, you know, inbox me any questions that y'all had for me. Whoever is on my Instagram, you guys will see that I uploaded, you know, I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to see this video, and I had a lot of votes. I mean, not see this video, but you guys know what I mean. If you guys wanted me to finally speak on this situation. And I also had many others who are going through domestic violence or have friends or family members that went through it and lost their lives through it also hit me up as well, and they begged me to do this video because they feel like it would help them help somebody else or help them get out of this situation, give them advice. So I don't even know where to start at. Actually, first thing first, I would want to put down right on the bottom the domestic violence hotline phone number and also the suicide hotline phone number as well. Please give a call. You're not alone. You can make it out. It's better times that will come. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to tell somebody else. And don't be afraid to fight for your life, most importantly, okay? I think I'm just gonna go on with how everything happened, because it wasn't just that day that I was physically hurt, but that was the last day. Today was the last day 1 year ago. So I'm sure you guys know who my ex-boyfriend was, and I'm gonna say his name. His name was Kenneth Maxwell, and his face is still on my YouTube page just for this video. I never took down the old videos I had with him, so y'all can see the man who put his hands on me and put me in the hospital. The man who fucked with my head emotionally and mentally and verbally. I kept it up. so y'all can see what an abuser is and who an abuser is. And I don't care about what his family has to say, because his family is on his side no matter what. They condone abusers. I'm not throwing shade, I'm throwing facts. If they didn't want their family secrets out or their family facts out, they should have never told his son. They should have never told his son what shit went down behind closed doors, and they should have never put their son in harm's way where he could have been harmed growing up. And they should have never taught their son that it's okay to put their hands on a woman or put their hands on anybody, because there's also men that get abused as well by females. So we met. I was in a relationship with him for a year and like 5 months or so. I'm gonna just say 2 years. I don't remember the exact date, because honestly, we never had a get together date. We never even got time to talk to each other before even getting in a relationship. Everything was just jumped into. I met him in Orlando. I thought he looked good. I did not have any intentions on being in a relationship with him, but I thought he was attractive. Vice versa, he clearly thought I was attractive. Blah blah. Let me just fast forward to when shit started going. And honestly, it started going within 3 weeks of the relationship. 3 weeks. Red flags within 3 weeks. I started crying on the phone, arguing with him because I did not want to tell him about my past, about me growing up. I didn't want to tell him about whoever I fucked in the past. I didn't want to tell him past relationships. I did not want to tell him shit that I was not ready to tell him about. I felt like that was not his business and that was not his place. But I was never the type that liked to argue. So it would be a back and forth, and I would just blur it all out, just tell everything. Oh, you see, that's just all I wanted to know. I just want to get to know you. I need to know my girl, blah, blah, blah. If y'all starting to argue, and it hasn't even been a month yet, it's not going to work out. Don't even bother. Just dip. Just leave. I remember also the lies started to come in as well. This part, I'm not really sure if I want to talk about this. This part was actually even before we got into a relationship. Again, I wasn't really that as smart as I thought I was. There was an intimate part that happened while I was sleeping, when he came out to New York to come and see me while I was sleeping. And y'all ever had a dream that, you know, the dream felt real, but it really felt like a dream until somebody was like, nah, that shit actually happened? So that's what happened. He had sex with me while I was asleep. It felt like a dream. I didn't even ask about it, but I kind of mentioned it like, you know, I had this weird dream. No, that shit happened. But he tried to flip the script on me, saying that I was the one who did that to him while he was asleep. Okay? Weird shit. And I don't care. I'm putting it out there. Weird shit. Lies. Who lies about that? And on top of that, he lied to me saying he was a virgin. Like, okay. There was a following event that was pretty big. This is where the verbal abuse started to happen. It happened in front of my sister. My sister is a bear witness. She was literally 2 feet away from the situation. It was on his birthday. On his 23rd, 24th birthday, one of those. We went out to this club in Tampa. It's a 2-level club, 2-story club, No, 3-story. It's like a big ass club, and it has one club hip hop, one club reggae, one club, one level like that. It's like that. We went for his birthday. My sister didn't want me to drive to his house, so because the plan was to drive straight to Tampa, and we meet him out of Tampa with his friends. But I, of course, wanted to be with my boyfriend. Blah blah. No, Emerald, let's go to Kenneth's house. So we drove to Kenneth's house, and then we ended up driving all together to Tampa, where we met up with his friends. I never met these people before, but it turns out they really wasn't his friends. They were his friends while he was in their face, but behind closed doors, he was saying, those aren't my friends, those are my associates. I haven't spoke to them since high school, blase blase, whatever. When we was in the club, I remember how it started. He tried to kiss me, but I thought he was just trying to be cute and stuff. So I was just like, being a little flirtatious, looked away, whatever. And I guess he felt some type of way from that moment on, that he thought I was dubbing his kiss, which I just wasn't aware of that. I feel like if you want to kiss me, you just kiss me. He paid for my sister's drinks. He paid for his drinks, whatever. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. I don't smoke. We went upstairs to the top level, which is the soca, the West Indian level, because I hate hip-hop. I don't listen to nothing else, blah blah. I listen to straight West Indian music. He kept pressuring me to take a shot. I told him, no, my sister's a witness. No, please do it for me, please, it's my birthday, but I'm your man though. No, I don't want to. No, come on, like, seriously, like, there's one shot. My sister, she don't drink, blah blah. I took the shot for him. I'm lightweight, I don't drink that shit. All it takes is one shot for me to feel a little not myself, right? So the drinks are hitting me. If y'all know me, if y'all follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, y'all should know how I am when I hear my music. I was dancing the way I was, not because of the liquor, it's because that's just who I am. I am a born whiner. I like to part ways. I like to skin out. I like to do all of that, okay? Me and my sister start dancing on the table. I don't know why this nigga's distracted to his friends. He's over here talking to his friends, and I'm trying to call him. I'm trying to talk to him like, hello, are you going to dance with me or not? Oh, I'm talking business with my friends. I don't know why at that moment I did not think about, fuck business. This is your birthday. Like, you could talk business another day. But that was where he was lying. He was really talking shit with his friends about his girl. He was talking shit about me with his friends, and he lied to my face. I started feeling a little woozy, and then I almost tripped. So his friend was right next to me, but I'm not thinking about what to grab. I just grabbed whatever was near me, and I grabbed his friend right here on his arm. I guess because of the situation that had happened afterward, now I know, his friend looked at me like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Is she trying to suck my dick or something? That's these Florida niggas mindset. They think cause you not their trophy, you not standing by their side, and you grab on for dear life so you don't bust your ass, that you're trying to suck their friend's dick. Okay? This is another reason why my mom told me not to date Americans, to stay within my cultures, stay within the Caribbean, cause these Americans are raised different. Weird as fuck. No shade to the other American women or whatever here, but I don't. Okay, anyways, so at this point he left me. Him and his friends left me and my sister. They went to a completely different floor that they didn't tell us anything. Me and my sister was looking on the different levels to try to find him and his friends. He was, we finally found them. They was on the hip-hop floor. And he's just not talking to me. He's not touching me. He's pushing me away from him. He's not letting me dance on him. Acting real shady, like, just real shady the whole night. We go outside. And he starts going off on me for no fucking reason. I don't even know how it started. All I know is that I'm just walking with my sister, walking ahead oh, you a fucking thought, you a hoe. And his friends are laughing. And I'm like, who is this nigga talking to? Oh, you a fucking thought. I'm like, what are you talking about? He starts walking next to me. Oh, you a thought, calling me out in front of everybody in the street, embarrassing me. And my sister is confused too. Like, I'm like looking at her. She's looking at me like, what is wrong with him? Starts going off, calling me a thought, a hoe, you a hoe, blah, blah. And I'm like, what did I do? And I had bought him a little ring at the time, and he threw that shit on the floor. And he's just going off, disrespecting me in front of his friends, showing out for his friends and stuff. And then I start to lose it. I lost my temper as well. So I'm telling him, I'm like, suck my dick. You could suck my whole dick, choke on that dick, because I know you like that shit. You like choking on dick. Like, you a fucking faggot. Suck my dick. Get out my face. You a fucking hoe. And I start getting in his face because I'm ready to fight him at this point. I'm like, who are you? You over here disrespecting me. Like, fuck out of here. You letting your friends laugh and disrespect me as well? And they coming out their face, oh, you see, I knew she wasn't drunk. She knew, because they thought I was acting drunk when I almost fell to grab on his friend's hand. Oh, I knew she wasn't drunk, yo, bro. This what I told you, bro. I told you. Like, what you mean? What you told him? So y'all was talking shit about me, and I just felt so hopeless because I can't fight him. This nigga is 6'1". I'm 5'1". I can't do nothing. What are my hits gonna do to this nigga? We get in the car and the fight still go on. Like, I sit in the back seat because I do not want to sit next to him. He goes and he daps his friends in front of me. Thanks, bro. I should have listened to you. Now I know better. Now I know I can't be with no thought ass bitch. I can't be on no thought ass hoe. And I'm looking at my sister. My sister's still quiet because my sister, she's not a fighter. She doesn't do none of that stuff. I'm like that. She's just trying to, Sapphire, shut up. Let's get our ride home because he could leave us here stranded in Tampa. My car is at his house. That's all my sister is telling me. So I'm trying to do that, but I'm too hyped up. So I climb in the front seat. And he starts driving, and we just going back and forth. And I start breaking down crying because I'm like, why are you treating me like this? Why are you talking to me like this? Like, what did I do to you? You over here going off at me. He's not saying nothing now that his friends left. He not saying nothing. So I start getting more aggressive. I start getting in his face, and I start doing what I did the last time. I try to make us fucking crash because he think I'm playing. I'm not scared to die. I am not scared to die. I do not care. I don't care. Well, I didn't care. He starts going at it again. And then he calms down, and then he tries to touch my leg gently. I'm like, why the fuck is you touching me for? Fast forward, we got home. Me and my sister ended up back at our house. This nigga drove from his house to my house, to my father's house, which is an hour away, to try to talk to me. And my dumb ass let him back inside the house and let him nut in me. I just laid there and I just cried. I didn't fight. I didn't feel force. I'm not saying he raped me or anything, because he didn't. I just, for some reason, I couldn't say no. Because I loved him. And I felt like he truly meant he was sorry after he embarrassed me. And I'm sorry if this video is super long, but I need to go into detail so you guys can know the signs of everything. Because this shit is not okay. Because he kept saying he's sorry. He left. He got up and then he left that morning. And my sister stormed into my room after he left and barked at me. Saying, how the fuck you gonna let this bum ass nigga come inside our house, put his dirty dick in you, after he fucking embarrassed you and disrespected you for no reason in front of his gay ass friends that he doesn't even know? How you gonna let this nigga do that to you? And he's not even your fucking father. You letting him disrespect you? And he's nutting in you? Are you serious? Raw like that. She was right. I got mad when my sister said that. No, you're wrong, blah, blah. But she was right. How dare you? How does that look? Your man just disrespected you in front of everybody. Now he wants a piece of your ass and you just laying there giving it to him. He ain't nobody. No man that disrespects you deserves to get a piece of your treasure. But I was dumb. Another situation was, man, there was so much, man. But that was the main thing. That was when I should have left. That's why I went into detail with those 2 stories. I should have left by then. I should have. Especially after that disrespecting shit in front of your friends. You showing out in front of your friends. I should have been left. There was another situation where not even another situation. After that, I'm not going to go into deep details with every situation that I went to. But let's just say there was a lot of verbal abuse. We calling each other out our names. But I honestly never call anybody. I never called him out of his name until he continuously do it. Because he's the type, and he literally admitted it to me. If I make him feel any type of way, he's going to make me feel miserable. I'm going to make you crazy. I'm going to make you feel miserable. You stupid bitch. You think I want you? Blah, blah. I remember he called another female in front of me while I was laying in the bed. Talking about he's about to go to Iowa soon, blah, blah. That he's going to call her when he's out there. And that same night, he did the same shit he did the very first time he had sex with me. He had sex with me while I was asleep. Like, why you want to make me crazy? Like, he's just a fucking narcissist. He's just crazy. I remember we would get into a fight. We got into a fight in his house. Because I don't even know why he did any of this stuff. I really don't know. He just does it. Because it makes him feel like he got hair on his balls. I was living with him at the time. And I would be on the phone with his mother to try to get him to stop hitting me. Stop bullying me. He would get all my clothes from the dresser, throw it out. And I remember he grabbed me by my neck and he threw me across the couch. And I'm like, stop fucking hitting me. Stop fucking touching me before I hit you. Oh, Mom, you hear that, Mom? She said she's going to hit me. Like a bitch. Lying. And I know his mother cannot say no because his mother was on the phone. His mother was on the phone when that shit was happening. And she had to call his older sister, Ebony, to come and get me out the house because this nigga would not stop. And she was I think she was like in a different country because the time difference was off, or she was just probably in a different state and it was just late at night. It was one of those. It was another situation where I was trying to leave the house. I was packing my stuff to leave the house because I was ready to go back home to my dad. I was packing my stuff and he kept taking my stuff out of my luggage, throwing it on the floor. And I'm like, stop, like, leave me alone. Like, I'm trying to leave. Oh, you trying to leave? You ain't going nowhere. You trying to leave? Oh, you know what? Get out. I'm like, I'm trying to get out. And then I'm packing my stuff. He would take it out again. Like, stressing me out. I would scream like if somebody's trying to murder me, because he would put all his body weight on me while I'm like put me on the couch with all his body weight on me, so I can't get up. I can't move, and I'm screaming, and he would end up covering my mouth. Shut up, why are you screaming? I'm like, get off of me, I'm trying to go home. Yelling. I start crying, I'm stressed out. I literally started ripping out my hair once. It got to a point where I pulled out a knife on him when he's taking out my stuff because he wouldn't let me leave. He ran into his father's room, his parents' room, and he grabbed a gun and put it to my head. Oh yeah, you trying to pull out a knife on me? I couldn't even run. I couldn't hide nowhere. I couldn't run. I couldn't hide because I was stuck in a back room. It's a back room near the laundry. It's like, it was his mother's second room, like her closet room, her guest room, and there was a laundry room right next to. I was there and I couldn't move. I was trying to I knew he was looking for a gun. I was trying to hide and I couldn't go nowhere. And I'm yelling at him, stop, stop. And he's, yeah, feeling all, you know, big and joy. Yeah, put the gun in my head. Oh, you a pussy, bitch. You a pussy. And he walks away with the gun. And he still won't let me leave the house. I ended up staying in the house. Because he said he was sorry. And that he know he needs help, and that it's the football with all of his concussions, that he's sorry. And I stood. I think during that time I also called my sister too, screaming on the phone, telling her to come and get me, come pick me up from the house. And I think my brother-in-law was living with her and my father too, so she's like, I need to go pick up my sister. That's all I heard in the phone, because he would not let me leave. He would not let me leave. And I remember he would make fun of me. Every situation that, you know, he scared me in, or he just stressed me out to the point where I just start crying and stuff like that, he would make fun of me. That I was weak. I remember there was another situation where I think I felt comfortable with leaving. I was like comfortable with us breaking up. And I think it was because he tried to explain some bullshit about his priest saying that people with two religions can't, you know, will never work out or something. And I was at peace with that. I was able to sleep at night. And he crawled into the bed again and apologized. It won't happen again. I'll treat you better. I'll work on myself. I'm sorry. You want me to do this for you? You want me to do that for you? Okay. I forgive you. Sorries. I remember he even got into an argument with my mother on the phone, and my cousins and my sister in person. My cousin and sister in person, my mom was on the phone arguing, disrespecting my family. Again, he drove all the way to my house to try to fight me, saying he was playing while I was dead ass serious. I was ready to fight him because I was tired of his shit. Tired of the disrespect, tired of everything. Oh, I was just playing, blah, blah. My dad was threatening to call the cops. It got to the point where his mother, Kenneth's mother, told Kenneth he was not allowed to come to my house no more because she was afraid that my dad would really call the cops on her son. I should have let him. I should have let my dad, but I was too, no, he said he's sorry. He said he's gonna change, blah, blah. Nobody in my family liked him at this point. Well, never liked him. Never liked him. And him and his family knew that. His family knew that they never liked him. That my family never liked him. So I finally was able, man, so much shit happened, man. Verbal abuse, emotional abuse, him saying, while I'm in school, while I'm in class, I'm stressing over this nigga. He's stopping me from everything, and he's saying the right words, and he's just laughing. He's laughing because I'm feeding into it, and everything he's saying works. He don't even have to physically be with me to hurt me. His words are hurting me just enough, and he knows it, and he laughs about it. He laughed about it. I remember he finally left to Iowa, whatever. Finally left. And you know, I had a stable career. I got my own apartment. I dipped. I left his house. Everything was fine. Leading on, this is where it starts to lead on to the final end, where everything got serious, even more serious. Everything been serious from a long time ago, but this was when I was like, that's it. So before I was like, that's it, I think it was 4 months before, I was already fed up. I was losing feelings for him. I already felt out of love with him. I didn't even love him no more. I don't even know why I let him continue staying in my house. I don't know why I kept sleeping with him. I really don't know why. And it was even, I remember too, because like my 21st birthday, like I was just annoyed. I think I was just so annoyed with the fact that you know, I stopped dancing for this nigga. He wasn't even doing nothing for me. He didn't do shit. He didn't even have a job. He didn't have a job until I put him onto a job, which was Amazon. He never worked a day in his life. He's always the type to, oh, I'm traveling here, but at the end of the day, he's using his mother's money, and that's okay. You could use your mother's money, but don't jack that as you. Don't say that is your money when it's not, because you don't work. You don't even have a bank account. But I'm not even gonna get into that. So I stopped dancing, all of that for him and stuff, because he was insecure and he didn't want, whatever reasons, whatever. On my 22nd birthday, he didn't even do shit for me. All he did was take me to do my nails. Only spent maximum $40 on me. Took me out to the bar. And I kid you not, that was like the worst sex of my life. I'm sure it was for him too. Because I was kind of drunk in a way on my 21st birthday. And I remember he was so frustrated because I didn't want to look him in the eye while having sex with him. And I was just like, I don't want to fuck you no more. And I hopped off of him. And I just went to sleep. Because I was just not attracted to him no more. I was not turned on by him. I did not care no more. I didn't care. And I would tell him that. I told him that too. I remember he asked, we was talking about, you know, having a business together, whatever, planning stuff for the future. Well, he was talking about it, and they were talking about prenups and stuff like that. And I remember I said it in front of him and in front of his little friends that working at Amazon, because we work together. And I was like, we're not even gonna be together that long for us to even do anything together. And he felt the type of way. He was like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. He's like, wow. And the little coworker that was next to him that heard that was like, wow, why would you say that? I'm like, because it's true. We're not gonna last. It was just I was just not it. He would say some hurtful stuff talking about his exes, how his exes gave him better sex than me and stuff like that. So I was on some, go fuck them then. Go back to them. Why the hell you keep coming to my crib for? Like, there's a reason why they give you better sex than me. Because I don't want to fuck you no more. You don't make me feel good. You don't do nothing. You never made me come. Like, come on. You don't make me feel good. I'm not happy. And you tell me that shit, and you expect me to let you come back to my crib and have sex with you? But of course my dumb ass did. I let him come back to my crib, but I did not have sex with him. I did not. And then the day came. Now this is how it all started. I remember I grabbed his phone after we was play fighting. We was literally play fighting. I grabbed his phone without him knowing, and I ran to the bathroom. Because for a long time, I've been trying to go into his phone. I wasn't really trying to grab his phone, but I would ask him, let me go through your phone, because he always asked me for my phone. And I would give it to him, no problem, but he never gave me his phone. I couldn't even go to the fucking movie theaters without him thinking I was cheating on him. And of course, it's because he was doing that to me. I went through his phone, and I saw a message. It was, I don't know what, I think that was just meant to be. That day was meant to be because his phone was unlocked. It was finally unlocked. I went through his phone and I saw a message by this girl named Maya, something like that. Maya, whatever. She's sending him pictures. He responded, who you looking good for? I'm like, I'm not even mad. I don't even react. He started looking for his phone. He figured out I was in a bathroom and I hid it somewhere. And I left out and I was laughing. I was like, your phone is in there. He grabbed his phone and he's looking through it. I was like, I went through your phone and I saw the pictures. And I'm going to take my ass to work tonight because I stopped dancing for you. So I'm going to take my ass to work tonight because clearly you're being entertained by these other bitches. He's laughing on his phone, trying to look through the phone to see what I saw. I'm like, you don't have to delete nothing like you did before. I already saw it, so I'm going to work. Because you're wasting my time. You can stay tonight, but you got to be gone tomorrow. I go and grab my makeup. I try to grab my makeup and he tries to grab me. Babe, come on. I was playing. Put his body weight all over me again while I'm on the bed laying down. Kenneth, get off of me. Get off of me. You're going to piss me off. Get off of me. I'm trying to go to work. Babe. Laughing like it's a fucking game. Come on. I'm sorry, bro. Why you going? Get off of me, Kenneth. I'm going to start to hit you. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. I'm going to start to hit you. So I knocked him in his head. I popped him in his head. I cracked him on my knuckle. That or I kicked him in the face. One of those. And I got him mad. But I'm warning you. Get off of me. Get off of me because I'm going to start hitting you. Get off of me. I gave him his warnings. Now he's mad. So I grab my makeup and I proceed to go to my bathroom. And I go to my bathroom and he's starting to become a bully, getting in my face. Oh, you a bitch. You a bitch. Give me your fucking phone. He snatches my phone from my hand. I'm going to throw your fucking phone in the toilet. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm just trying to get ready to go to work. And he's not letting me go to work. He's not letting me go near the sink or anything. He has me against the wall. Against the wall. Oh, where you going? Where you going? Yeah, you a pussy. You a bitch. You a bitch. I won't do what? I won't do what? Bullying me like that. Looking down on me. And I just start tearing up. I start tearing up because I'm like, why does he treat me like this? I'm just trying to go to work. I'm just trying to go to work. And then I'm grab my makeup. He's still not letting me leave the bathroom. Still not letting me leave the bathroom. Oh, you just a stripper. You just a stripper. You a fucking pussy. Blah, blah. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. You a pussy. I'm not saying nothing still. I just want to get ready and go to work. Because clearly he was stopping my money. I call my mom. No, my mom calls me. She calls me just in time. And he walks away because he knows she's on the phone. And I keep her on the phone. I'm trying to keep her on the phone as long as I can. And I finally able to get my makeup and go to the table, place my makeup stuff on the table while he's packing his stuff. And my mom was like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Kenneth is just getting ready to go back to his father's house. You sure? Because my mom knows something's up, but she just can't put her finger on it. She knew what was up. She felt it. That's why she called me at that exact moment, because I thought this nigga was going to punch me right then and there. I'm sitting down, and I think I told her, I don't know why I told her that, but I think I told her, I'm going to call you back. And hang up the phone. And then he starts with his verbal abuse again. Oh, you about to go to work, go suck some dick. You about to go suck some dick because that's what you're good at. I'm like, I'm not you. I don't suck niggas' dicks. I know you do. But you could get out. You could get out. Shut up. Get out. Shut up. Get out. Get out. He's still talking crazy. Still talking crazy. Oh, you gonna go suck some dick? How many niggas you gonna do today? Provoking me. Because he knows how to get under my skin. I'm like, yup, I'm gonna go suck some dick and I'm gonna go get some money. That's a problem? Leave. Yup, I'm gonna go do that. Yup, bye. Leave. Still not leaving. He keeps talking crazy. He keeps talking crazy. And he mushed me in my face too. So I punched him in his mouth. I call him like that. In his mouth because he's down trying to grab his stuff, and I call him in his mouth because he started talking shit. And then I push him hard against the wall. He's laughing. And I'm like, what's funny? You bitch. Get out. Get out. Why are you still here? And then he keeps on going. He keeps on going. He gets in my face. I'm trying to grab his shit so I could throw it outside. And then he shoves me hard, so I shoved him back. And I swung on him again. Then he pushed me hard on the floor. I got back up, and I think I caught him on his eye or something. And then that's when he grabbed me by my neck, and then he pushed me away hard where I fell on the floor as well. I fell on the floor again, and then I got back up again. And then we just yelling at each other, blah, blah, and he spits in my face. He spits in my face twice. I wipe it off, and I try hitting him again. And then he grabbed me by my neck. And he's telling me, die, bitch, die. Choking me out. And I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And then he lets go. He lets go. And I still try to, I think I was trying to say, Kenneth, please. Like, just leave. I try to fight back again, and I can't. I can't fight back. Because he's stronger than me, he's bigger than me. I grab his stuff again from the closet. And then we still going at it again. I think he pushed me out of my apartment and laughed at me. He pushed me out of my apartment, laughed at me, and I banged on the door. Somebody called the fucking cops. I banged on the neighbor's door. Somebody called the fucking cops. And then he laughed at me and opened the door again so I could come back in. Just provoking. Like, why couldn't you just leave quietly? Why couldn't you just leave quietly? I come back inside, still trying to grab his shit so he could get the fuck out. Like, just get out. He ends up going in my kitchen for some reason. He opened up the fridge. He starts opening juices and pouring it on the floor. So I shoved him into the fridge. Like, stop touching my shit. Like, why can't you just fucking leave? Just leave. Leave. Go back to your bum-ass family's house and leave. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And I'm yelling at him, get out, stop touching me, get out, because he keeps grabbing on me. He keeps trying to grab my face, trying to shut me up. He keeps grabbing me by my fucking neck. He put me in a fucking chokehold and pulled me to the ground, and I couldn't breathe again. In the kitchen, put me in a chokehold, like, not a chokehold, headlock, and brought me down to the floor where I couldn't fucking breathe. And I get up again and start trying to fight him, and then he grabs by my mouth and chokes me where my back is bent over the counter. And I'm trying to tell him, Kenneth, get off of me. Just leave. Get off of me. Just leave. Just leave. But he didn't care. He didn't care. He wanted to make me hurt. This was just... I knew we went through shit, and I knew shit got physical before, but I didn't think it would be this bad, where I'm literally trying to fight him to get out of my home. It got to a point where I just gave up. I just stopped fighting, and I stood against the wall. I stood against the wall. I'm just talking nicely. I'm like, Kenneth, I just sound defeated. I feel defeated. I feel powerless, because this 6 foot man, this 6 foot bitch, because that's what Kenneth is, a bitch. This 6 foot bitch is stronger than me. I'm standing against the wall. I'm not fighting at this point. I'm not doing nothing at this point. Just standing against the wall. Just leave, Kenneth. Just leave. And he punches me in my nose, and he broke my nose. He broke my nose. He sucker punched me. I wasn't even fighting back. I didn't even fight you back. So why would you punch me and you still never answered it? He punched me in my face. After he choked me, shoved me on the floor, made me feel weak, say all this hurtful shit to me, and this was a nigga that loved me. And he started admitting, oh, I was just using you. You ain't shit. I never loved you. Saying all that stuff. When he punched me, I grabbed a knife. And I started swinging it at him like that. Trying to swing it at him. But deep down, I knew I couldn't stab him, because I loved that man. I loved him. I don't love him no more. But I loved him. I wasn't him. I was nothing like him. I don't hurt people I love. I was trying to swing it though. I was trying to stab him though. But at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I already knew that all it takes is one stab for me to get to him, and he takes that knife out real easily and kill me. And then I would never see my mom again. I would never see my sister. And those are the most two important things to me, my mom and my sister. What would they say if I never came home? Would they be mad that I didn't leave him when they told me to? Hi, baby. I just didn't know. What is it? See mommy crying. I know. I'm okay. I'm okay. This man, he finally got out the house. I finally managed to get his shit out the house. And he had no choice but to step out of my apartment. I slammed the door shut, and then I just sat on my bed and I just started crying, because this nigga really put his hands on me. This nigga really choked me multiple times, telling me to die, bitch, die. Verbally abused me, emotionally abused me for months. And I kept quiet. But my mom always knew I was unhappy when he came around. She always knew I was not happy, and she knew it was because he was around. Because when he was not with me, I would be on the phone with her like nothing. Like nothing. But when he was around, I was just miserable. I felt so unwanted. I started hating myself. And that was because I loved him more than I loved myself. I loved him too much to walk away. Because I was like, it's because of the shit he went through growing up. It's the stuff he went through growing up. That's why he's like this, and I need to change him. I can help him change. That was my mindset. I could work with him. I could stick it out. He has so many concussions from playing football all these years. You know, this is not him, you know. Thinking he can change. I thought I could change him. I thought I could help him change. Because it got to, there was a point when he was staying with me before that happened, that he literally, he never spoke about the, he spoke about it, but he never took it serious, where he was like, you know, I never understood why my mom never left my dad after he abused her all these years. I was like, did you ever speak to your mom about that? Like, sit down and speak to your mom? And he was like, no. Like, he was really thinking. He was like, why? Why did she stay with my dad after all this time? And he was like, well, we would try to have family meetings and they would both brush it off, and I would have no choice but to brush it off. It'd been like that for years. And there was a time where I came back home from college and I had to choke out my dad because he put a gun to my mother's head. He pointed a gun, well, not to her head. He told me he pointed a gun to his mother's head. And I was like, wow, and your mom still stayed? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. Stayed when Kenneth did that to me too. He pointed a gun to my head. But I left finally. I didn't stay the amount of years that they've been together. Kenneth told me, oh, my dad always had a drinking problem, blah, blah. I think that's what made him abusive. He only became abusive when he drank. I was like, so why do you still buy him beer to this day? Why do you still buy him drinks to this day? Oh, I just do it just because. Okay. You try to talk to me about it. Okay. I can't really, you know, there was nothing I could have done. You know, if his parents are not gonna do nothing, what can I do? You know, the only thing I was trying to do was try to comfort him and make him not like that. Try to make him change a little bit, you know? But it was just clear to me that, you know, that's his parents' fault why he came out the way he did. This is his parents' fault on why he did the shit he did to me. Because they told him that this shit was okay. And Kenneth started doing the same shit he kept telling me his father was doing, drinking every day. Kenneth started drinking every day in the morning in my house, in my apartment, when I had my apartment. I don't know what he did in his parents' house, but when he was with me, he would drink from the morning, beer. Start drinking. And then, of course, him being verbally abusive, and I don't even know why I was surprised when he was verbally abusing me, calling me a bitch, a pussy, calling me out of my name, because he would tell his mother to shut up. I don't know if it was the steroids that he was on, but he would tell his mother, he would yell at his mother, tell her to shut up already. And she would walk with me while I'm in his house. She would take me with her to walk away from him, and she would tell me, you're going to be miserable with him. You're never going to be happy with him. You should just leave him alone. She would tell me. But I didn't. I kept telling her, I was like, I love him. I don't want to leave. I think he can change. She would give me warnings too. I remember she sat down and talked to me when I was in his sister's house, Ebony. Nobody was in the house. I was in his sister's house. And she would sit down and talk to me. She was like, why do you want to stay with him? I was like, I just love him. And she was like, you will never be happy with him. You will never be happy with him. Never. He will do nothing but make you miserable. He doesn't even think straight. His own mother was saying that. So why did I not believe her, you know? I don't know. But the cops came when I sat down on that. After I sat down, the cops came and he was still outside. And I opened the door, but I didn't know the cops were there. I opened the door and he looked at me like, you see what you did? You got the cops called on me. You see what you did? Like, it's my fault. Like, I told him to punch me in my nose and choke me and make me scream like that for help. I closed the door. The cops was like, close the door, let me talk to him for a minute. And I was listening through the door. He told the cops he didn't put his hands on me. And he told the cops I didn't put my hands on him either. And then the cops came inside. And this is where I fucked up at. They was like, what happened? They saw the mess. I was like, nothing happened. I just need him gone. I found out he was cheating. I need him gone. They was like, he didn't put hands on you? I said, nope. I just need him gone. I was not planning on telling anybody what happened to me that day. I don't know why, but I just wasn't. I still don't know why he did what he did. I don't know why. We took everything to court and all that stuff. I didn't even go to sleep that night. I woke up. I didn't go to sleep that night. I ended up just like getting out of my bed the next morning, and I went to the beach because the beach is my happy place. I had too much adrenaline. I went to the beach to try to I went with my friend Naya, and she saw my nose. She saw how bruised it was. She saw the knot on it. She was like, bitch, what the fuck happened to your face? I said, Kenneth punched me in my face. And she was like, I went to the beach, I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying not to let this ruin. This is my happy place. The beach is my happy place. I need to be happy. But I start getting so relaxed in the beach that I start to feel the pain in my neck and in my back and in my face. And the bruising is starting to come in. The bruising is starting to come in. She's like, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. I'm like, yeah, but if I go to the hospital, the cops are going to be called. She's like, so what? You need to go to the hospital. I go to the hospital and I start crying. I start telling them what happened. And they said, your nose is fractured. The bruising should go away within a month. They tell me I have multiple sprains on my neck and my back, and I cannot work for a month. And I think this is when I finally told my mother, and my mother was plotting to kill him. I think to this day she would still kill him if she seen him, and I will be right there. She was plotting to kill him. And she was heated. And then my dad found out. He was another one. But he was the one who called the cops. He was like, you need to get this man in jail. This nigga need to go to jail. He don't need to be walking around in the street. He don't need to be walking around in the street. He needs to go to jail. My dad did that. We ended up going to court and stuff. His mother hired a private lawyer, so of course he ended up walking away because I can't afford a private lawyer. His family can. I can't. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt at one point, 3 months later after the situation, where I was able to sit down and talk to him in person and try to ask him why. You know what the fuck this nigga said to me? He said he did that shit in self-defense. Smirking in my face. That's what he did. It was in self-defense. I'm like, nigga, you know it was not in no self-defense. Just admit it. Just admit it was in self-defense. But it's okay. It's okay. Because he just proved the type of person he is. He's just like his dad. He's just like his dad. An abuser. And they will never admit to it because he said his father never admits to it. He's just like his dad. Will never admit to the abuse they did on women. Then his mother's right there, the savior. Because her son is innocent. I don't know the stories that he told his family. He probably told his family that I would chase him around the house with a knife. That I just went crazy. I tried to chase him around with a knife. Because he would never admit to his fault. He would never admit to it. But that's his parents' fault. His mother thinks that it's okay for him to put hands on women because she allowed her husband to do that to her. And he thinks it's okay to put his hands on women because his father told him that. His father told him no matter what you do, you keep putting your hands on women, you put a gun to a woman's face, she will come back to you, she will stay to you because that's what his parents showed him. That's their fault. But he's dumb enough not to grow from that and not to learn from that. So, did he put me through all this shit because I was a stripper? Because I wanted to go back to work? Or because he simply hated me? Just because? I don't know. I don't care to know. Sorry this video is so long. I tried to get closure before, but the only way I was able to gain my closure that I have now was by simply moving on, leaving Florida, and not going back. I went back to New York, where I was happy with my family, was able to go back to my lifestyle, me being me, because I changed so much for this nigga. I changed so much. I stopped doing so much shit for him, and he was never satisfied. He proved to me that he's nothing but a narcissist and a gaslighter and an abuser. That's all he is. And he will not change. He will not change. I just hope he don't put his hands on the next bitch. But if he do, I hope she kills him. I hope. I hope any man that puts his hands on a female, I hope they get killed. Vice versa. Any female abusing a man, she deserves to die. Why, how dare you put your hands on somebody else's kid? I'm somebody's daughter, and you put your fucking hands on me? For those that are stuck in domestic violence relationship, I will have the phone number down below. Please call and get out. It will not change. They will never change. The more you allow, the worse it will get. I could have died that day. He could have choked me the fuck out until I could no longer breathe. He could have sprained my fucking neck. He could have broke my neck. He could have did more damage to my face. I'm just glad I got out. I did went to therapy for a long time after this situation. I do have PTSD now. I do suffer from functional depression. It's traumatizing. But it's also a life learning experience. And I'm kind of glad I went through it because now I know the signs of an abuser. Now, if somebody else is going through what I went through, probably even worse, I can probably try to help. You can get out. If you're going through this, you can get out. Leave. No matter what. Even if you have to be homeless, it's better than being killed. I love you guys. Please get out. Get out of that relationship. Even if he's calling you out of your name, nip that shit in the ass and leave. I hope you guys take my story and my experience into consideration of your own and read the signs, and I hope it teaches you something, and I hope you guys are as happy as I am that I left. I gained the strength to leave. I chose myself first. I put myself first and I left. I did not go back. I never contacted him after that. Was I sad after a while of the situation? Yes. Was I still missing him? Of course, you're gonna miss the person, especially if you guys, if you built something like you loved that person. Of course, you're gonna miss the person, but do not go back. It's okay to miss them. It's okay to still love them, but do not go back. Don't let your heart choose. Let your brain choose. Ain't no way in hell I'm ever gonna live in fear like that again. I'll see y'all later. Bye.